Right now at 6, a group of protesters are outside the La Crosse County Courthouse demanding greater protection for kids. And a teen accused of homicide is back in court after violating conditions of his cash bond.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. People continue to rally outside the La Crosse County Courthouse to show support for the 6-year-old boy found dead in his home in Madera 6 months ago. 31-year-old Josie Dykeman is facing multiple charges, including an intentional homicide charge for the death of Alex Xavier Pedron. News 8 Now's Dua Israr is live outside the courthouse where protesters say they want to see change. Dua?
Ken, dozens of organizers have lined up these sidewalks. Now, a majority of them are wearing a shirt that says the same thing, justice for Alex Xavier. Now, this is just one of the many protests that have happened since Dykeman was arrested, and I'm here with Raven, who is Alex Xavier's cousin and helped organize this protest. Can you tell me a little bit about, why you did this?
I believe that he deserves his voice and face to be seen, and the way this happened, for what happened, there needs to be a change. The county failed him. I feel we've been ignored for a long time, and I know there's other children in this situation, and we're just trying to help.
How many protests do you plan on holding like this?
Until Alex Xavier gets justice and there's a change.
And what do you want people to know about this?
This can happen to anybody. I feel it's happening every hour of every day around the entire world, and we need to stand together and make a difference, because enough is enough. It's hurting our communities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Grinke says that Dykeman had been previously charged with child neglect twice in the past. Protesters here say that they will continue to protest until Alex Xavier gets some form of justice. Reporting live in La Crosse, Dua Israr, News 8 Now. Ken, back to you.
All right, Dua, thanks very much. Dykeman is currently being held in La Crosse County Jail on a $1 million cash bond. She'll be in court tomorrow for a preliminary hearing. There may still be people stuck at the site of a partial building collapse in Davenport, Iowa. A woman was rescued just yesterday after officials had said no known residents were left inside. CBS's Adriana Diaz reports from Davenport, where an effort is underway to search the highly unstable structure.
Search crews are back on site at a partially collapsed building in Davenport, Iowa. After stunning news, there may still be people inside.
At this time, we have 5 individuals that are still unaccounted for. 2 of those we believe to be possibly still in the building.
There she is. A crowd erupted in cheers Monday when a missing woman poked her head out of a 4th-floor window about 24 hours after the collapse.
That right there is an indicator that we need to go up there.
Officials had previously declared there were no known residents in the wreckage, prompting protests over the city starting to plan a demolition. The family of one of the missing pleaded with demonstrators.
Let the city do their job. Right now it is an absolute no-win situation, but this is the best plan of attack.
Engineers warn the debris pile is actually holding up the remaining structure, and a full collapse is a question of when, not if.
Be careful, because this building is going to collapse. This building is going to collapse at its own time.
The mayor was asked how any survivors may have been missed.
I don't know. Believe me, though, I want to know.
He has promised a full investigation. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Davenport, Iowa.
Residents had reported disrepair and structure concerns in the past, like cracks in the facade and fallen bricks. There was some permitted work being done on the exterior of the building at the time of the collapse.
Well, as advertised, we were in the upper 80s, low 90s for today. Forecast high was 90, and that's exactly what we hit. Look at the numbers for today. We made it to 90 in La Crosse, 88 in Sparta, 89 Black River Falls, 90 in Boscobel, as well as Red Wing. Eau Claire, you made it to 88. Same story in Winona. Winona, you're at 86 right now. We're at 88 in La Crosse, as well as Sparta, ditto in Black River Falls, 85 in Viroqua, 86 in Decorah. Boscobel, you're sitting at 89 degrees. Radar scan right now showing a clean sweep across the Cooley region, but you don't have to go too far to see a line of thunderstorms. Just go to the Red Wing area. You can see a line of thunderstorms pushing its way to the south and southwest of the Red Wing area. Now, the precip chances will continue as we go into the next several hours. You can see them firing up across central and western parts of Iowa. This is taking an east-northeasterly approach, so parts of the Cooley region will see some rain and thunderstorms for the overnight hours. Some places, though, won't even see a drop, especially across our southern zones, and we need that precipitation. 8 o'clock will be in the upper 70s, low 80s, mid-60s for the evening and overnight hours. When you wake up in the morning, Ken, these temperatures will be in the upper 50s, low 60s. We'll get back into the upper 80s, low 90s tomorrow, but we have much-needed rain chances in the forecast. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Well, a teen accused of first-degree intentional homicide appeared in La Crosse County Court today because of a bond violation. 19-year-old Sage Hickey was on Zoom in court. According to online records, a citation was filed in Juneau County for underage drinking last Tuesday, and being in Juneau County was a violation of his bond conditions. Judge Elliot Levine warned Hickey during the hearing.
I'm glad it sounds like there's discussions going on, but until it gets resolved, you cannot violate these rules. I'm telling you one more time, if I see anything come across, it's going to likely issue a capias.
Hickey is accused of shooting and killing 15-year-old Storm Vondrashek last summer. Hickey claims it was self-defense. He is out on a $10,000 cash bond. Wisconsin Republicans are introducing a bill that would increase the penalty for performing an abortion. Now, the bill, it would also clarify medical procedures that don't qualify as abortions. Democratic Governor Tony Evers is almost certain to veto the measure if it gets to his desk. He's already promised to veto another GOP bill that creates exceptions for rape and incest. Now, the new bill specifies that medical procedures intended to save a pregnant woman's life and are not intended to kill her unborn child don't qualify as abortions. The city of La Crosse is closing Cameron Park and Burns Park this week. The Parks Department says both parks will be closed around 10 a.m. tomorrow through Friday for maintenance, cleaning, tree inspections, and park repairs. Cameron Park has especially seen an influx of people living unsheltered. City officials have given those people a 48-hour notice of the temporary closures. The Parks and Rec director says the closures are necessary to keep the parks in best possible shape.
These parts where we come in and have to close the park down to perform this maintenance is very necessary, not only for public health and safety, but you know, just to ensure that we're able to continue to do it in the future.
The department says they plan to open Cameron Park back up on Friday afternoon in time for the farmers market to go on as usual. La Crosse's Assemblywoman and State Senator are calling on the state's Joint Finance Committee to reverse course on a proposed cut to food assistance programs. Democrats Jill Billings and Brad Pfaff say the GOP-controlled budget draft has cut $30 million in grants that support nonprofit programs like Wafer Food Pantry in La Crosse. Wafer's director says the pantry is already seeing about 150 more families a month needing help compared to last year. The proposed cuts, coupled with fewer local donations, could put places like the pantry in a difficult spot.
I would like to be able to maintain what we have been able to do, but we're just spending more and more, and with inflation, our prices are up also.
Now, the full legislature has to vote on those proposed cuts. Senator Pfaff says it's not too late for the legislature to put that money back in the next budget.
I fully intend to continue to push to get this money reinstated because I think it's a win-win. It's a win-win for our family farmers. It's a win-win for our consumers. It's a win-win for our local communities.
Wafer Food Pantry says they'll continue to try and provide the best food choices for the community. Still ahead, the green light for cannabis reform in Minnesota. The governor signs off on legislation that will legalize the plant and expunges records of people convicted of marijuana-related crimes.
Attention homeowners, we started out with 50, then 30, and now it's the final days looking for 20 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. And it's the final days for 20 homeowners to save with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts and a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 715-941-1303. 715-941-1303.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signs a bill legalizing marijuana for adult recreational use. The bill legalizes that use for anyone over the age of 21. Effective August 1st, Minnesotans are allowed to possess, use, and grow marijuana at home. Under the legislation, Minnesotans who have been convicted of misdemeanor or petty misdemeanor possession could get their records cleared.
We've criminalized a lot of folks who are going to start the expungement process on those records. We have a situation where buying cannabis on the streets is dangerous, with the things from fentanyl to xylazine to the other things we're starting to see show up. It makes sense to have that.
Governor Walz today was joined by former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura, who's famously known for being pro-cannabis back in the 90s. Ventura says cannabis cured his wife of severe seizures when she was battling epilepsy, and that this is a huge win for Minnesotans.
After years of prohibition, we didn't want any families to go through what the First Lady and I went through. We don't want anyone to have to ever do that in Minnesota. Now, today, they will never have to.
The signed bill makes Minnesota just the 23rd state to legalize marijuana for adults. After the break, students learning from the past. The competition puts Longfellow students to the test as they use their creativity to educate themselves and others about the lessons of the Holocaust.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Dean. We made it to 90 today, very close to tying a record set back in 1934. We're sitting just under 2.5 inches below normal in terms of rain for the month. We need rain, and we have rain chances in the forecast. Here's what's on the menu in a couple minutes. Bring on the rain, the 90s will linger, and June begins Thursday. We'll break everything down with my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Mad City Baths can design the perfect bathroom to fit your needs, like a spacious new walk-in shower with grab bars for added stability.
Oh, it's much easier for him to get in and out of. It's also bigger because we lost the wall and the tub surround, and it just gave us more space, and it's very nice.
And the savings are nice too, but these are the final days. We're looking for 20 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 20 homeowners will receive promotional savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City Baths. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 715-941-1303, 715-941-1303.
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Today's students get to showcase their creativity at Longfellow Middle School. They're able to submit their works of art or writing for the first ever Never Again Reflection Contest. It's one that connects what students learn about the Holocaust with problems in the 21st century. The Maureen and Robert Friedland La Crosse Public Education Foundation Fund awards grants to the winners of the contest to help further their education. Robert Friedland says that by educating the younger generation about the Holocaust, he hopes it helps them become better people.
Whether it's on a little level of bullying, whether it's about respecting people's differences and being aware when other people express hate instead of love. That's what it's all about.
3 La Crosse students received first place prizes at the contest. 2 of them said that this event allowed them to learn some valuable lessons.
I think it was important because if we don't learn about the past, then we're going to make a future that just repeats itself, and that's not going to be good.
The contest had 53 entries, and the winning submissions will go on display throughout June on the first floor of the Hogan Administrative Center. Well, many of us are getting off the long weekend, but hey, never too early to start planning next weekend's adventures. So Saturday and Sunday marks Wisconsin's annual Free Fun Weekend. Everyone can get into the state's 50 state parks and 50 state forests without a pass. You also don't need a fishing license during the 2 days. State parks and trails will be open from 6 in the morning to 11 at night. DNR has more information about fishing clinics and regulations that'll stay in place on its website. We'll have links to that. Now, of course, we had a very dry week last week, but Eric, precip chances a little higher this time around.
Right, and we need the precip. We're sitting at just over or just under 2.5 inches for the month. And we're getting ready to go into June, which starts Thursday. We'll talk about June coming up in just a couple seconds. Good evening, everybody. Take a look here at the stats for the month. And as advertised, we hit 90 today. We only have 1 day left. You see the 31st there. And Ken, I'm willing to bet an entire paycheck that we will be above normal again tomorrow. Mark my words, we'll be above normal again tomorrow with temperatures going to the upper 80s, low 90s. So here's the tally right here. We're sitting at 20 days above normal, 9 days below normal, and 1 day, which is the 24th right there. We were right on par. Now, as we go into the next several days, here's May 31st right there, 90 degrees in La Crosse and Eau Claire. We'll go into the upper 80s, low 90s to start June, and then 90s by Friday. Speaking of June, let's go ahead and look into the month. June 1st, that is the first day of meteorological summer. Our average high in La Crosse is 78, average low is 56, and we average just over 5 inches of rain. Now on June 25th, we start losing daylight until we get into December. So that's kind of the precursor of what's to come. I'll let you figure that out. Here's a look at the radar scan right now. You can see we have that line of thunderstorms off towards the west of us. We have a boundary that's off towards the west as well, and that boundary is going to stay in play for quite some time. You can see it right here, that stationary boundary. All this moisture is moving up and over into portions of Minnesota and the northern portion of the Coulee region. As long as we stay in this pattern, the central and northern zones will get a nice soaking, if you will. Now, precip chances will start to increase as we go into your evening and overnight hours, only to dwindle down by Wednesday morning. When you wake up Wednesday morning, there you go. We'll see mostly sunny skies. Then the precip chances, they fire back up again in the evening hours, only to dwindle down again for the overnight hours, and I'm going to start sounding like a broken record because this is going to be the pattern that we're going to be in for the remainder of the week, going into the weekend, going into next weekend. We'll start the day off with sunny skies and the precip chances fire up yet again. So here's a look at your zone forecast for tonight. We'll see temperatures in the 50s and 60s for La Crosse County. Our southern zone, New Albany, you'll go to 60. Lansing will go to 60. Waukon will go to 60. Caledonia will go to 60. Then upper 50s, low 60s across our central zone with clear to partly cloudy skies, and the rain chances will pick up across our northern zone with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Now, let's talk about the regional, the long term I was talking about, because you're seeing this pattern. Sunny skies, then precip chances. They dwindle down in the overnight, sunny skies again, and then precip chances in the afternoon, evening hours. And like I said, this pattern is going to continue for the next several days. So the first warn forecast for tonight, upper 50s, low 60s will be the rule with partly cloudy skies. Overnight storms not out of the question. Winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your day planner for tomorrow will start the day off with temperatures in the 70s going into the upper 80s by the afternoon, early evening hours, and that takes us into the next 8 days, 90s for the next several days, and we cool off for next week with rain chances.
All right, Eric Dean, thanks very much.
You bet.
Coming up next in sports, we're in another week of NFL OTAs, but one of the league's best wideouts is a no-show in Minnesota. And the high school baseball postseason is upon us. Aquinas looking to make a deep run. Kate is in next.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Mad City Baths, we are your trusted local source for custom baths, showers, and walk-in tubs. Brighten up your bathroom. Choose Arctic ice walls with hopscotch impressions, or the classic look of Othello with cobblestone impressions. Installed in as little as 1 day, backed by a double lifetime labor warranty. Be sure to lock your price in with our price lock guarantee. And remember, 20 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will save with free installation. But these are the final days. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Last chance to call during this program for the free $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate from Mad City Baths. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 715-941-1303. 715-941-1303.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Well, we've got another packed Tuesday of the Wisconsin high school postseason, including the regional semifinals for baseball. Aquinas is the top-ranked team in Division III, according to the Wisconsin Baseball Coaches Association, and the Blue Goals are hoping for a deep run in the playoffs. So that takes us to Holy Cross Seminary Field. Aquinas hosting Poinet, and the Blue Goals have a deep pitching staff, and Will Dietz got the start today. Here he is with a strikeout for the first out of the game. And then he's going to get his defense involved. A ground ball to short. Eddie Peters flips it to Cole Keppel. Over to Kyle White for the 6-4-3 double play. Inning over. And then the Aquinas offense would go to work. Calvin Hargrove with a line shot to left field. He's into first with the first hit of the game. A few batters later, and Tanner Peterson is going to drive in the first run of the game. A line drive into center field. Hargrove comes around to score. Aquinas would lead 1-0 after the first inning. I'll have the final score from this one later tonight. Now, also later tonight, we'll have highlights from the Blair Taylor softball game as they're hosting the sectional semifinal against Osseo Fairchild. And we'll also have some highlights from the opening round of the girls soccer postseason. A loaded show, so don't miss out. Switching gears to some football, today teams across the NFL started another week of OTAs. And up in Minnesota, their star wide receiver is nowhere to be seen. Justin Jefferson has not been present at OTAs, and though they're only voluntary workouts when the team's most important player isn't present, it's noticeable. Jefferson is looked at as one of the best wide receivers in the NFL and led the league with just over 1,800 receiving yards last season. On top of that, the team picked up his fifth-year option last month, but now he's due for a huge contract extension. And Jefferson, he's worth a lot of money. The good news is Coach Kevin O'Connell has been in touch with Jefferson, and he is optimistic with where he's at.
It's one of those things that we've had great dialogue throughout the offseason. A lot of that will stay between Justin and I, but I just know he's getting work, wherever he's spending his offseason. Look forward to having him here when he decides to come up, and I know his teammates will be excited about that.
Now, if Jefferson doesn't show up at the mandatory minicamp on June 13th, then the panic will start to pick up. But for now, it's nothing to worry about, and Coach O'Connell says that this is just giving more opportunity to some of the other receivers. And like I said, we've got a loaded show tonight, so be sure to come back tonight at 10. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Save 11% on energy-efficient windows. We have over 100 JELD-WEN windows in stock and ready to take home. They feature energy-efficient glass to help keep your heating and cooling costs down. Get this 28-inch wide by 54-inch tall single-hung replacement window for $139 after rebate. Let in fresh air with Larson Storm Doors. The Lakeview Split-View Storm Door comes equipped with screen-away retractable screens. Right now for $314.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
9 locations, 6 days, 1 name. Don't miss Pleasureland RV's largest RV sale ever. Memorial Day through Saturday, we're clearing out inventory at 30% off, 40% off, even 45% off. Brand new travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, ice houses, and pop-ups from the nation's top manufacturers. Just look for these star-studded savings online and on the lot during the largest RV sale ever at Pleasureland RV, best in the Midwest.
Tonight at 10, this month's Hometown Hero. We will meet the woman bringing comfort and smiles as she serves up food at Tomah VA.
Tell you what, if you have any evening plans, just take the rain gear just in case you get under a stray shower or two in the overnight hours. Look at that 8 o'clock temperature, 81 degrees, upper 70s across the outlying areas, then mid-60s when you wake up tomorrow morning. Not a bad start, but we do have the rain chances in the forecast.
Not bad. You sound so laid back here. Meanwhile, I know Cade's mind is going like this.
You said rain. I need to, no rain tonight. I can't have rain.
Not on a day like today.
Not on a day like today.
Let me put that request in.
Thank you.
There you go.
Jam-packed sports content tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 6. We will see you at 10.